Hello, brothers and sisters. I hope all is well. It's been a little bit since I made a video. It's been a week or so. That's actually pretty long for me. Just saying. What can we talk about today, man? What can we talk about? Can talk about the past week. It's been really busy. Especially with Easter weekend. That's huge at the church. It's very, very, very busy. It gets very stressful with all the workload that comes into all this. But every service was absolutely beautiful. It was fantastic. Very well attended. Especially on Easter. Easter was fantastic. I've never seen so many people attend all three services we had. It was amazing. We had at least 200 each time. It was fantastic. And I drummed in the 10:30 service. The energy was great. We played very, very well. And I don't know if you know this, but Joe, our band leader, had surgery this past couple weeks here, and he's been recuperating. And we haven't really heard much from him on, like, what's his progress, where is he at, But we were warming up, and we saw him. He came to service. He was in a cane, but he came to service, and he said hi to everybody, and we talked a little bit just to catch up, see where he's at. And he said, it's probably gonna be another few weeks for me to get so I can sing with you guys at least, And he said, just take your time, man, take your time. There's no rush here. It means more to us that you're healed than no, you're not healed, get up here, you know what I mean? But I want to share with you what he said to us, because I was blown away. He didn't need to say this, it was something truly from his heart. And leading up, let's start with Easter first. Good Friday is a whole nother ordeal. Easter, very busy day, very, very busy for me. I was there from 6 in the morning until about noon. So it was a very long morning. Came home and took a nap. That's what I did. I was exhausted, man. I was exhausted. But the services went very long because it's a longer service. There's a lot more to put into the service. So we didn't have the big enough gap that we usually do in between the 9 and the 10:30 that we need to, because when I'm drumming, I like to get the band all locked in so I can just go up and play, but we didn't have a chance to do that. And so it was just, I know, it's like, because someone was up there, he was around the slides, but I said, you know what, I don't know, just do your best, I have it like default set what it was on Thursday. We'll see how it goes. And I didn't hear anything from him because he had to go. They're having Easter breakfast or lunch or whatever. So I didn't really know, but I got this message to John and myself. John played very well, by the way. He did absolutely fantastic. We did the song Death Was Arrested, the thing that I brought into the light for him, and it made a huge impact on him that I told you guys about. So each time it's very difficult for us to play it because it kind of brings back those emotions again, and the song is deep in itself. It's like when your back's up against the wall and you think it's over, he's there, and it's not easy to play through, especially for John. He has to sing through it. But when it was done, I gave him a nice high five. I'm like, we did it, It was the energy was great. I felt it for sure, and that helps a lot. But going back to Joe, he sent me this text message to John and myself and said, service, I will never forget this Easter service. He said, the sound was absolutely perfect. Nothing was overpowering each other. The vocals didn't overpower the instruments, or the instruments didn't overpower the vocals. Nothing. It was perfectly lined, and it sounded fantastic. And he was sitting on the far, if you're looking out, the far left side, which is kind of a weird spot for the sound to bounce on. So for him to say it from that angle was fantastic. That's great. And that meant a lot, because I didn't mix it at all, I just said, oh well, we'll do it, and I'm glad that worked. God was there for sure, because I didn't have a chance to warm the band up. You know, I didn't have any time because people were just coming in because it was so close. And wow, it was nice. It was nice to hear that, and it was great for us to say compliments that you guys did an awesome job. Everybody did fantastic. Like I said, I played very well. John played very well. John G played extremely well. Sarah is our newly added vocalist. She is the wife of Ben, who's on our tech committee, who ran the slides for Easter. And she has an amazing voice, beautiful voice. Oh my gosh, fantastic. She's the way she sings. If she can hit these notes, Roz, it gives you goosebumps, man. When you're sitting back there, especially on a practice last night. I was warming up the band, and usually when we start, I gotta do some major stuff just to get everybody kind of settled. But it was perfect, you know. No one was too loud, you know. It was perfect volume. It was weird. So it was great transition so far. I mean, that was great. But sorry, going back to Good Friday now. Good Friday. That is a tough service for me. It's a tough service for any religious person. It's a very, very difficult service. When Jesus was crucified on the cross, and that's hard. And PK knocked it out of the park. He did a fantastic job. And we had a violin player that comes in every year and plays for that service, specifically that service. And he does an amazing job setting this mood. And it's not to bring joy. I said when at the very end, it's just a silence. You know, people leave in silence, the lights go down, and we sit in that place. And people sat longer than last year. I think it made a huge impact on people. And I was the last one in the sanctuary for numerous reasons. But I told PK, like, the thing that's awesome about his playing is that he sets this mood of just despair, and it sucks the life out of this place. And normally you think, Jake, that sounds horrible, but that's what it's supposed to feel like, you know. It's not supposed to be, yeah, you know. It's supposed to be very, very sad and depressing, and he just makes that. You feel it. But I had to do a lot of different things. I don't want to go into it, but I was in over my head. I came in too confident. I shouldn't do that. And I said, oh, this would be easy service. But no, I was doing a lot of above and beyond of what I normally do to make the service really hit home. And it was really a lot on my end. But in the end, it worked, and it was seamless out there in the congregation. So that's what my payoff was, that it went extremely well. And like I said, I was the last one in the sanctuary. PK was me and him were probably the last ones, actually, because if you don't know, his dad passed away just before he got here, and I feel like that really hit home that day. That was hard. And I was the last one to stay because I talked to Doug. You know, I talked to him and said, I figured out how he's doing. I asked him, is it well? Is it sunny? You know, it was a good conversation we had between the two of us. That was great. It's a nice, quiet time of reflection too. A lot to reflect on. A lot about Jesus and a lot about ourselves. A lot, and it was a magical night, that's for sure. Oh man, it was very emotional. Leading up to that day, I'm just a wreck, because it drains you. It does. And when you're someone that's that passionate about it, it's hard. You know, I come home, don't want to talk to anybody. You know, I just want to go downstairs and just be in my space. You know, just let me be for a little bit. I need to just come back, and I need to reflect on things. And it's nice that my family appreciates that, you know, because there's a lot of people that says, oh, I want to be with you in this time of, you know, but that's how I roll, you know. I like to be by myself. I like to be independent. I like to be, like, if I'm feeling bad, I want to block myself off and just kind of take time for me. And it's not to push anybody else out that says I want to help. That's not what I mean. This is just how I've always done it, and it's worked. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, that's what I say. But the beef of this video, I want to talk to you about something. Church should be always this way, but this might get into a little controversy. You know me. I like to poke the fire every once in a while, see if everyone's awake. But in my eyes, our church especially says, "Come as you are, not as you ought to be," and I think that's huge. That's how every church should be. We should be accepting of everybody, And I take myself as the prime example of that, because I don't dress up. I'm not fancy. I come in like a frickin' Zeppelin shirt or like Big Brother's watching shirt or jeans, a hat. I am the lead example of this. And a lot of people would say, "Jake, it's church. You need to dress nice." No, I don't. I don't need to do anything, because if I dressed up and I went the way you think church should be run, I would be coming as I ought to be, not as I am. And that would completely throw the whole motto out the window. And even on Good Friday, I wore like a Zeppelin shirt, because here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing about me. I don't change for nobody, even Jesus. You know why? Because Jesus made me this way. This shirt, this hat, jeans, shorts, all the time, regardless of what I do or where I go. Because you know what, guys? This is me. And if you don't like it, fuck off. Seriously. Go somewhere else with that BS. Because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to change. Because here's the thing. I would go to a service in this every time. And I do. Every time. I never wear a good shirt. It's a good shirt to me. I love this shirt. I love my band shirts or my political shirts. I love those. And that's me. That's who I am. So if I was to change that and dress nice, I would be coming not as myself, but as someone that others think I should be. And that's horrible. That's wrong. We shouldn't do that to people. Because I would be disrespecting Jesus. That's, in my eyes, what it would be. Because I'm not coming in the image he made me. I'm coming in someone else's image that he thinks he wants to see me in. He wants to see me in? Right here. This. Hat every Sunday. Band shirt, political shirt every Sunday. Jeans or shorts every Sunday. Because you know why? Because he says, this is Jake. Let him be himself here. And even at funerals, this is me. I don't come as somebody else just because of an event. Because I come as myself all the time. And I think we should be like that way too. Like if you want to come in a freaking wife beater, go ahead. That's you. That's you. I would openly accept that person, Because they're different than everybody else because they push those boundaries. They put the model right in front of people's face, like, this is me, see? And I hate that people are so judgmental of how you look. That is the biggest judgment right there. We are always about looks. That is the forefront, ladies and gentlemen. That is the forefront. You don't look the right way. There is no right way, guys. Let me just say, there is no right way and there's no wrong way, There's just your way, the individual's way that they perceive life. And that's why I think dress codes are a bunch of BS, If you want to take my opinion on that. I think it is BS because you know what it does? You know why dress codes were invented? Because someone complained. Someone said, this is inappropriate. I don't like that. I don't like that. Not the majority. I don't like that. So they changed it. So they said, oh, you have to dress this way. And they never say because people are pissed at what you're wearing. They never say that. But that's the reason. Why else would it be in place? Why else would it? That is the only reason. Because someone thinks it's inappropriate to dress a certain way. You know what? Fuck those people, man. You know what you're doing then? You are everyone who, especially school. Let's take that. Let's take school. Let's take that for instance. Every time you walk into school and you have to dress a certain way, you are not yourself. No one in the building is themselves. No one. Zero. Nilch. Nada. Zero. You're telling me that every person in school loves to wear a polo shirt and like khaki pants? Screw. I fucking doubt that. Highly doubt that. You know? I say, come as you are. You know? That's my motto to people. Come as you are. Not as you ought to be. You know? As we say. Come as you are. And if you want to wear short shorts and a t-shirt, go ahead. That's you. We should be accepting of that. You know? I'm sick of this bullshit of people say, oh, I don't like that. Well, fuck you. Go somewhere else. You know, that's them. Leave them alone. You know, I stand up for those people. You know, I am probably the same way. I wouldn't say like, I wouldn't really wear that, but that's me. You know, I'm not going to voice my opinion because that's not the place for me. You know, that's them. I'm not going to control their life. Let them go. You know? It's not up to us to judge people into what they should wear to certain circumstances. And being like, you need to be professional. You know what? Fuck professionalism. You know what professionalism is to me? And I don't care what you wear. I don't care how you present yourself. You know what you can show me about being professional? What can you do? What can you say to me and do that makes me think you're a professional? You could come in a fucking Slipknot shirt. I would treat you just like everybody else. You know why? Because that is fucking discrimination if you're doing that. You know? And people do that. I have a shirt that says it. Don't judge my looks, but my work, you know? Judge me for what I do. I know I say we shouldn't judge, but like judge us for like what I do. What I do. You know, what can I show you? Judge me on that. Then put me on there, you know? That is a totally different angle of judgment. It isn't a bad judgment. It's judgment that's saying, don't take me as this. Let me show you what I can do. You know? And I think being professional has nothing to do about how you dress. I really don't think that. And it's funny because the world is like that. It's like, if you don't look good, oh well. It's like, man, you are kicking so much talent out the door, you have no idea. You know what? I would love the people if they're early to work, you know, that they're happy to be there, that they're dressed comfortably, which suits them, and they can do their job well. I'm happy. Good, let's do it, you know? Let's roll with this. I'm sick of the bullshit that say you need to wear a certain shirt and a pants, and you can't wear this, and you can't wear a hat, and you can't have piercings, you can't have tattoos. Fuck all of it. I say you can do what you want. You know, because at the end of the day, if I was a manager, which I don't want to be, don't let me be above anybody else. I fucking hate that. But if, for some god reason, it was forced into this, I would say, here's what I want from people. There is no dress code. You can wear whatever you want. Judge it. You have common sense, of course, you know. But you know what? You come as you are. You know, you come comfortable to work. You know, whatever that may be. Everybody's different, you know. But I want you here early. Not on time, early. Like 10, 15 minutes early. Every day that you come in. And you come with a smile on your face and you're happy to be here, you know. And you do your job well when you need to be in that position. You know, that's what I want. You know, because you would have so much more fucking happier people out there if you said, you know what, wear what you want. Be you. You know, fuck this place, you know. They should be able to accommodate you, and you should be able to show them, hey, don't look at this. Look what I did, you know. And I fucking hate that shit, man. Oh, I hate that shit. Stupid dress codes were only made because someone complained that they thought it was inappropriate or whatever. You know what? There's these rules, man. Fuck them. It's just letters on a fucking sheet of paper. What's that gonna do? You know, really, logically, guys, what is that gonna do? Like I said, we have no boundaries but the ones we put in place by us. So you can do whatever you want to do. Do whatever you want. There's consequences, sure. There always is, good or bad, you know, but do what you want. You know? That's how I would be as a parent, man. Because I would say, you know what? I want you to be free. You know? I don't want to shackle you to any certain way or put you up on a pedestal like, I want you to be this, you know? No, they will choose their path, you know? My kids will choose their path. Whatever it is they do and they're happy with it, I'm happy. You know, because that means I've succeeded in that. I showed them that don't let me shackle you to one thing. You could go out and find it. You know, and I say, do what you want. You know, as long as you aren't harming yourself or others, by all means, do what you want, you know? That's the only thing I care about. As long as you're not harming yourself or you're harming someone else, what's the big deal? You know, what's the fucking big deal, man? Lighten up, parents. Come on, man. Lighten up. We're too strict these days, brothers and sisters. We're too strict. So many rules. So many freaking... You need to be this. We want... No. You know? They will choose what they want to be. We have no control over that. Would I love them to be a musician? Of course I would, but maybe that's not their path, and I'm not going to put that in their way to block them from what they want to do. No, they will choose their path when it's right. You know, they will find that calling. Just like I found mine. I love being at the church and playing music and being involved in worship. That's where I am, and I'm glad I found that. You know? So lighten up, parents. Come on, man. You need to lighten up. You need to let your kids loose off this fucking leash that you have them on. Let them be free, man. Let them be free. Let them do what they want. Let them make their own decisions. You know, because there's consequences, yeah. They still have consequences, but in order for them to figure out if it's a bad decision, they have to make it first, right? They have to make that decision first. It's just like smoking weed, you know? It's like, it's not bad for any fucking sense. There's worse things in life, like meth or fucking heroin, you know? Weed is little to nothing. You know, but there's consequences, sure. I mean, there's consequences to everything. But, you know, I mean, come on. If they're not harming themselves or anybody else, let them do what they want, you know? Because I'm not going to limit their character. I want them to grow. I want them to see the bad choices from the good, you know? But I don't want to put that in place for them. You know, I feel like it's very good to be self-taught, to be... I mean, I can be a guidance, of course, you know? As a parent, you got to be a guide, but at the end of the day, they make that final decision on if I should do this or not, you know? I can always be there, but I mean, at the end of the day, that's them. I'm not them, you know? They're themselves. I'm myself. You know, I know what I would do, and if they come to me and ask me, I will tell them. You know, but they need to make that jump, you know, to put the initiative forward. And learning by making screw-ups, you know, learning by falling short, or, you know, because I feel like that's how I learned, you know, as I fell short. I screwed up. You know, and when you're in that moment, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. It sucks, guys. It's not good. But it's important to get to that point. Because if we never reach rock bottom, it's going to suck when we get there the first time, wouldn't it? Yeah, it will. If you never reach rock bottom and that day comes where you hit it like fucking like jumping out of an airplane, yeah, you think life's over, man. This is it. I'm done. But if you've fallen short or screwed up or cheated or lied or, you know what to expect, you know? And you say, God, that was a fucking horrible idea. I'm not going to do that again. You know, I know because you're in that place, you know, you're there. And so when you fall, you're like, hey, it's okay. I've been here before. You know, I've been in this place. I've been in this very sad or hard, angry place. I know what this is. It isn't going to make it any easier, but it's not going to fucking kill you, you know, whenever you hit that. But that's my 2 cents. I mean, I'm a very laid back, very open person with a lot of things. And I think we all should be that way. My opinion. You know, I feel, from my view, it's good to be open. It's good to be flexible. It's good to not be constrained to one thing, you know. It's good to have an open mind to everything. religion, politics, wherever you want to, you know. I have my view on politics, but I love hearing others, you know. I like expanding my knowledge to different things that I would say, I don't really like that, but then they come out and say something, be like, oh, I never knew that, you know. I like those moments. So, maybe I'm completely wrong, who knows, but at this point in time, that's my 2 cents, but peace and love, brothers and sisters. Come as you are. You know, don't think you need to dress a certain way or do a certain thing to fit in. You know, the best way you can do that is being yourself, dressing how you want to be, dressing as you, not dressing as someone else. You know, not dressing that what you think it should be. No, dressing what you want to be, how you want to present yourself. Don't go off a fucking guide that people have put in place for years. That thing is fucking outdated and it's so wrong. Come as you are, man. Because in God's house, I come as I am, just like this. Because in the end, that's the best way I could show respect to Him, as being who He made me to be, not who someone else wants me to think He wants me to be. So, peace and love, guys. Go out there and make a difference. I'll catch you guys soon.